All right, guys. See how much time I got here. I got enough time. It's only going to be about 4 or 5 minutes, guys. But we all have like inspirations when we grew up. All of us, right? And I have to tell you guys, I've talked about this before, but the things that I like to talk about again. Sammy Sosa was like my inspiration. Like you always find a muse. Growing up, you either find somebody. It'd be like somebody in the entertainment industry, right? And you channel this energy where you use that person as a muse to get where you're trying to get to, whether it's physically, mentally, whatever. So with me, I was real good at transmuting energy. Of course, I had Jordan up into '98 in the Bulls, and I just thought I thought like Chicago was the universe, right? But then after Jordan retired, I was like, man, where's my next muse gonna come from? Who's the next person I'm gonna channel my energy? Tupac is allegedly dead, right? Biggie's gone. It's like nothing. It's like what now? This is my thinking at 18. Plus the fact I had just graduated from high school. So I felt like all the energy was just leaving. And it was a scary feeling. You guys, I understand watching Michael Jordan from the age of 8 to 18, or the age of 8 to 21. Like what that does to your subconscious mind if you decide to channel your energy through that muse. So I don't want to be long, guys. So when Sammy Sosa hit those 66 home runs in 1998, and remember, I had worked at Wrigley Field. I told y'all, I'm like, where's Waldo? I'm everywhere. I get around, y'all. The year before that, I had seen Sammy in the hallway at Wrigley Field. That was the last year I seen Harry Carey because he had passed away, and I got a chance to see Sammy Sosa up and close. And let me tell you, when I seen this guy, I mean, here I am. I'm like, I think I was like 16, 17 years old, and I see about 16. I seen Sammy. This guy looked like Superman to me when I seen him. He was like, I mean, guys, I'm talking about like looking at him, his stature, like when you was, I mean, Sammy was probably like only what, like 5'9", 5'9", and I seen this dude, and he looked like a giant. Even though I was taller than him, but he looked like he was taller than me because he just looked like a giant. His arms, his shoulders, just he looked juiced up, but not juiced up in a bad way, like not Bonds type juiced up, but he was, for a Dominican guy who was very skinny, he was a flaco, right? To look that way, yeah, absolutely. You can't look like that unless you juiced. But I told y'all, chicks dig the long ball. Let's see. Let me see if I can show y'all this clip so I can end this. Hopefully, I won't get a copyright for this because it's not going to be long. But I just want to tell you guys that Sammy Sosa was like my inspiration, basically from like I would say 1997 to about, I don't know, maybe like 2005, just when he was with the Cubs. And I was able to find a new muse to have a reason to keep being a star the best way I could, regardless of what was going on in my environment. So I was able to channel the energy. But let's just look at this. I just want to show y'all this one clip of him hitting a home run. Oh, I want to say one more thing too. I was so hurt. I was so hurt. What was it, 2003 when they lost against the Florida Marlins because I thought they were gonna go play the Yankees. I mean, go imagine that the Cubs beat the Yankees in the World Series at Wrigley Field. Can you imagine? That's what I was hoping for in 2003. I mean, the Cubs had a hell of a team that year. You talking about Sosa, Alou, Ramirez, Kenny Lofton? Are you serious? You know what I mean? Like, are you serious? I think they had who else was on that team? I can't remember. They had some guys on that team though, y'all. I was trying to remember who the catcher was. I can't remember. But they had Gary Gaetti, I think, too. He was a good hitter. But anyway, y'all. Yeah, so when they lost to the Marlins, which that this clip is a clip. It was when they was playing against the Marlins. I think the Cubs was up 3-0, if I'm not sure. Uh-oh. Remember I told y'all about being up 2-0 and you're supposed to win? But I was talking about the NBA. Now let me shut up. I think the Cubs lost to the Marlins and it was up 3-0. Oh, I was hurt, yo. I was hurt. Because the Cubs had a hell of a team, kind of like how they did in '69. And I just said the Cubs and the Yankees in the World Series. What could be better than that, right? But anyway, I just want to show y'all this one clip, man. Like, and then sometimes when I want to go back into my when I want to go back into my, I don't know how I'm supposed to say it. Go back into my bag and get in the gym again and do all this physical stuff again. I start watching those Sammy Sosa videos to bring back that energy that I was in when I was, well, in this clip I was about 23. I was still dunking basketballs and stuff, but I knew I needed a muse to keep it going. But let me show y'all this one hit. That's this one, me being Wrigley Field, knowing Wrigley Field dimensions and all that. I just want to. I think I can play 8 seconds of this without catching a copyright. Let's play this clip, y'all, and then I'll say something at the end.
High drive, straightaway center. Sammy plays long ball, and I mean long ball. Wow.
You guys understand? I'll leave a link too of the 2 home runs he hit this particular game. So he hit that thing way behind the I think the camera booth up there. It's funny too because I remember being, yeah, when I worked at Wrigley Field, I remember working in that area. I used to work the different concession stands, and I remember working near that area. Let me tell y'all guys that they said that was 495 feet. I told y'all chicks dig the long ball, man. Chicks dig the long ball. You hear the announcers, it's like, man, they say bring back the steroid era, right? But was they all on steroids? That's a whole nother story. But anyway, let me tell y'all what Sammy hit that thing at, which y'all seeing. That's a long way away, and it's kind of interesting when you look at the dimensions of a baseball field because Sammy hit plenty of balls out of Wrigley, but when you hit it to straightaway center towards that scoreboard, that classic scoreboard at Wrigley, that's a long way, y'all. I worked right under that scoreboard at a concession stand back in the day. That's when I was sneaking. I was sneaking. I used to get so drunk, man, at Wrigley Field, guys. That's probably the only time in my life I was actually an alcoholic, when I was working at Wrigley Field, because every concession stand I worked in, it was like alcohol, like you could sneak somehow. It was insane, y'all. It was absolutely insane. Long story. But let me tell y'all, where Sammy hit that ball, it's a long way away, guys, from home plate. It may not look like it on TV, especially when you see him knocking out the park, but the dimensions is actually when you hit into straightaway center like that. I'm not sure how long was straightaway center at what's that old ballpark in New York, the Polo Grounds. I think straightaway center must have to be. I know it was over 500. Maybe it was 510 or something. So I don't know if Sammy would have hit because they say it's 495, but I don't know. It could have been longer. But just to let y'all go, and like I said, I'll leave a link. That's a long that way he hit that thing. That's a long way. If y'all never been to Wrigley, it's a long way, guys, from home plate. Ain't nobody hitting them uh, right there, like right there these days. Not no more. So you can imagine guys using Sammy Sosa. And I mean, Sammy really was my inspiration too. Again, I keep going out off on a tangent, but um, understanding these Dominican ball players and where they come from and stuff, and then to end up on that stage. I mean, it was just Sammy Sosa was, man, from like 1990, I would say 1997 to 2004. For 7 years, Sammy Sosa was like Jordan in Chicago. Like, he was the man. I'm so blessed to have watched this guy play baseball, guys, during that time. Yeah, that's how we notice. It's like sometimes it could be more than just a game, especially when you know how to channel the energy. I mean, it was just unbelievable what I seen from Sammy Sosa those 7 years with the Cubs. It was just unbelievable. Okay, it was unbelievable when you got a guy coming to bat who's hitting a home run every 3 games. Think about it. In baseball, was it 162 games? If you hitting one home run every 3 games, oh yeah, you're like Superman.